Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Doing something pretty interesting tonight. Not a commercial brew, actually a home brew. So this is from the Hogtown Brewers Homebrew Club. Swag Brew Russian Imperial Stout. 9% ABV. So this is from the 2023, or I guess they made for the 2023 Brew-Off, which I judged over the weekend, and this was in the swag bag. Let's get it into the Spiegel Stout glass, which I haven't used in a while. And you can see coming out of the can, it is not super dark black. It is actually quite brown. Pours to a real big, probably call it like a beige foam. Beautiful shade of mahogany. So, you know, like has like that reddish brown hue thing going. But yeah, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because this is a homebrew club and it was for a homebrew competition, I'm actually going to judge this to BJCP specs. Yeah, Imperial Stout. All right, so aroma. It says rich, deep, complex, often quite intense, with a pleasant blend of roast, fruit, hops, and alcohol. I'm getting a lot of fruit, hops, and alcohol on this one. Really not so much roast. I mean, yeah, okay, roast, but like not like coffee. Light to moderately strong roast can have a coffee, bittersweet, or dark chocolate, cocoa, black licorice, tar, or slightly burnt grain quality. Sometimes with light caramel sweeteners or toasty maltiness. Yeah, I'm just getting a... Yeah, I would say caramel sweetness, toasty maltiness, yes. I would not call it burnt. Not oddly enough, I do not get black licorice, which is what you tend to get on a lot of Russian Imperials. Very little, fairly aggressive hops, often English or American character. Yep, I would say, I don't know if I'd say aggressive, but that's quite a range that they give you there. Fairly low to fairly aggressive, so I mean, it's basically anything. The balance between these main four components can vary greatly. Not all need to be noticeable, but these present should have a smooth interplay. Age can add another dimension, including vinous or port-like impression, but not sourness. Age can decrease aroma intensity. Yeah, it's smelling... Yeah, I'm getting a lot of chocolate on this one, actually. Yeah, it smells really good. Clean alcohol. It just has like that dark malt character. So, I'm gonna say 10 out of 12 on aroma. Now, we already did appearance. I'm going the full 3 out of 3 on appearance. Beautiful color, nice big huge head. It has dissipated a little, but I do like that color. It's like, it looks black on camera, trust me. That is a deep like blood red mahogany burgundy kind of thing. I mean, well, definitely a brownish color as well. All right, so the best part. Cheers. Yeah, so I would say it's very chocolatey. I would say it's more like toasted, like real, fairly intense Maillard products. I almost call it bready. It doesn't have that roasty coffee flavor like a black cold brew, coffee. But the hops are pretty forward. Has like this I'd probably call them like more piney, even like slightly minty. There's like a caramel sweetness there. Yeah, kind of caramel, chocolate. Let's top this bad boy off. Yeah, you can see kind of the can is a deep amber, brownish, reddish thing. I love when beers have that whole spectrum of the color, from that somehow it goes from amber all the way to brown and even appearing black from a distance. Yeah, so it's a pretty nice balance of, just a lovely, robust malt base with plenty of hops for balance. And there's not much in the way of like yeast character on here. I certainly do not get anything like English. It's probably White Lab 001. I will say that the alcohol is in there. This is 9%, so I mean it's pretty strong, not super strong. It's just like a clean alcohol sensation. Definitely get a little bit of warming in the throat there, but it's not fusel. It's not solventy or anything like that. Let's check the specs on flavor. Like the aroma, a complex mix of roast, fruit, hops, and alcohol. Same descriptors apply. The flavors can be quite intense, often greater than in the aroma, but the same warning about the balance varying greatly still applies. medium to aggressive high bitterness. You could probably just put aggressive. You don't need aggressively high. It's kind of redundant. The maltiness balances and supports the other flavors. It may have qualities of bread, toast, or caramel. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's very bready, deeply toasty, and quite caramel. The palate and finish can be fairly dry to moderately sweet, and an impression often changes with age. Should not be syrupy or cloying. I agree. This is not. It is a sweet beer, but I would not call it syrupy or cloying. Aftertaste of roast, bitterness, and warmth. Yep, same age effects as in the aroma apply. Although I really think that's lazy writing to just when they do this on a few styles, they just say whatever the aroma is, same thing for the flavor. I think there is a slight difference. All right, so the score, the flavor on here. It is really tasty. To me, it strikes me as being like kind of like almost like an imperial brown ale. It seems to be lacking like a certain je ne sais quoi of an imperial stout, especially a Russian imperial stout. Usually, the Russians have like that huge black licorice star anise kind of flavor, and I'm not really getting that here. So I'm gonna go a little low on flavor. I went high on the aroma, but I don't think the flavor quite lives up to the aroma. I'm gonna go 14. All right, so for mouthfeel, let's give it a. I was just it's another excuse to just take another sip, folks. I'd probably call this like medium full body. It is not super thick and sticky. That are chewy. Carbonation is probably about moderate. Yeah, probably about moderate. Texture is fairly creamy, real soft, smooth, which Russian Imperial Stout should be. Again, the alcohol is, a gentle, clean, warming alcohol. It's not burning or anything like that. It's actually, for 9% ABV and you get a full 16-ounce pint can, I'm going to have no trouble drinking this whole thing tonight. All right, so let's see what the specs say on mouthfeel. Full to very full-bodied and chewy with a velvety, luscious texture. The body texture may decline with age. What else does it say? Gentle, smooth warmth should be present and noticeable, but as a background character, low to moderate carbonation. All right. Well, I agree that it is probably about moderate, maybe a little less than moderate, but they're saying that it should be straight up full-bodied. So as far as score for this one, I'm going to give it, I'll be pretty generous. I'm going to give this a 4. I think like a little more body would give it a perfect 5. I mean, there's really no glaring flaws with it, but I mean, it's not a world-class example of style, which I don't think they're going for. I'm gonna say 7 out of 10. So that gives us a total score of 38. I'll probably do this for all 3 of the intangibles or whatever they're called. Yeah, it's really, really good. I might even knock that aroma down to a 9. I think I'll knock the aroma down to a 9 because it's just missing that roast and that coffee, that licorice character. But everything else I think is on point. Yeah, it's good. 37 out of 50, 3.75 on Untappd, which you can actually some of their beers are on Untappd, so check that out if you use Untappd. By the way, link to mine in the show notes or wherever you're watching this. Yeah, 3.75 for the Hogtown Brewers Swag Brew Russian Imperial Stout. My suggestion to these brewers is that I want to get more of that roast character or like more of that licorice character, or maybe like use some more. I don't know what yeast they use, but I think like maybe if they use like some more characterful yeast, it might help a little. I think they use like a fairly neutral, low ester, low phenolic yeast on there. But yeah, glad for the free beer and a full 16-ounce can at 9% ABV. So yeah. All right, so thanks to Hogtown Brewers for the swag brew. And it's a pretty cool label too. And what's funny is I guess there is or was a brewery in Toronto called Hogtown Brewers, but I don't know if they're still around anymore. Whatever. All right, so I am rambling. If you watch all the way in, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on Tuesday Night Beer School. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it.
Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.